Hello friends, it's been a long time we came on our channel to put up any new videos. You all know we are all going through a very tough time in the whole of human race itself. The whole world is under the cloud of the pandemic, and especially in India with the second wave coming in, lot of our known people, unlike the first wave, which we used to hear somewhere else, someone else getting affected and probably getting into fatal stage and complications. But second wave has hit us very hard in every way, emotionally, physically, mentally, even energetically also, we are all down. So that was one of the major reasons we were not able to shoot any of the videos and come to you guys to share our thoughts and views about it. During this pandemic time, we thought, why don't we share some information for all those who have come out of COVID and how we can prevent any further infection or any other complications through holistic medicine of yoga, naturopathy and acupuncture therapy as well. In the meanwhile, I'd also like to share that we are with you during these tough times to help you out in whatever possible way so that you maintain your health. And also I'm sorry if you have lost any of your kith and kin for this pandemic. So how do we manage our health during these tough times along with the situation once we have overcome the COVID infection? You all very well know virus is something which cannot live by itself. It has to be having a host, in the sense it needs a living organism to survive. So we have become the living organisms for these viruses to survive. Do we have the capacity to overcome the virus infection? Yes, we do have. God has given us enough ability and healing capacity and immunity as well to overcome this. It's just because we are not taking care of ourselves, we are getting succumbed to these infections. So if we follow the necessary precautions like frequent hand wash, wearing the mask and necessary other guidelines, we can definitely stay out of this. I'd like to share one of the live stories or examples. One of our doctors who is working in the COVID ward, took all the necessary precautions, did yoga regularly, took care of her health and in terms of lifestyle, in terms of food habits, sleeping habits, and even in terms of yoga and naturopathy, she had the sun bath every day. Believe me, in the last 1.5 years where she has been exposed to the COVID patients, she has not got infected with COVID pandemic or COVID infection. So that is a live example. Lot of people have the ability to overcome this. That's how we can prevent. So if we maintain a good state of our health, our immunity is at optimals, we can definitely defeat this COVID. Unlike if you are affected by the COVID, how do we overcome that? If it is in a very severe condition, we need to get into acute, when we get into acute situations, we need to get admitted to hospitals and need to get the therapy what is required. But those who are mildly symptomatic or moderately symptomatic or asymptomatic, and for those who have come out of the infection and returned back home successfully, how do we go along with our further progress in life and how do we gain back health? Simple answer: return back to nature. Set your priorities in life. What is important for you? Health or other aspects? And how do we acquire that? How do we achieve that goals? Just follow the routine what our nature tells us. Simple examples are like every day, morning and evening, you have to work with taking sufficient time for yourself by doing yoga, probably asanas, breathing exercises, relaxation techniques. All these things will help us to not just improve our lung capacity and also improve our immunity and bring in a state of calmness within ourselves. That itself is a big tool to improve our immunity and overcome the side effects of medication if you have gone through it, and also if you have had any fatigue, joint pains, sleep issues, pain issues, so many factors which can come along. Some people would need oxygen even coming back home. I have seen literally that before doing yoga and after doing yoga and pranayamas, the oxygen saturation level going up. We all know about it. It's just that we need to implement it. The moment we implement it in the right way on a regular basis, that itself will take us a long way stride forward towards health. At the same time, it is also important that we can help you through acupuncture therapy. Acupuncture therapy helps by reducing the inflammatory markers post-COVID situation, and at the same time it will bring in a state of calmness, bring in lot of positive biochemicals increase in your body, and the hormones also will improve. The blood flow in the whole system will increase. So thereby what happens is you are in a much better state of health. Your fatigue will come down, your immunity levels will go up. There are specific points which can help to reduce the inflammatory markers and improve the immunity in acupuncture. So by a combination of all these things, it is very evident and possible that we can conquer this very effectively even after the COVID infection. One of the recent studies I was studying about is in UK, there is a group of doctors who have been treating COVID with acupuncture during the infection and post-infection as well. They have found very good outcomes in that situation. Of course, along with acupuncture, they have added several home remedies and exercises, yoga, all these aspects have come into picture. So when we do all this, it is not very difficult to come out of the side effects or post-COVID situation or post-COVID rehabilitation through yoga and acupuncture. We are always there to help you out. If you need any help on that factor, on that perspective, you can always get back to us. You can call us, Anandamaya Wellness. You search on Google, you will get the information. We are there to help you. Don't lose heart, don't lose hope. Hope is one of the biggest things which we can bring in the healing capacity to increase within ourselves to conquer all these infections. Even otherwise, statistically, fear, stress, anxiety just brings your immunity down. So if you conquer this, your immunity is better. If your immunity is better, you can conquer the COVID infection and also rehab. What is the basic mantra for all this? Return to nature. Follow the nature's principles in terms of your lifestyle. Rest will happen by itself. I think this is quite a lot of information for you to digest and process it. Anytime, any help, we are there to help you. Thank you so much for your patient hearing and time.